Hi champions, and welcome to another fitness tip video. My name is Coach Ann and I'm here to talk to you all about how to achieve your fitness goals. Let's get into this video. So whenever I get a new client, the first thing that I always have them do is to identify their SMART goals. And all that is a blueprint so that we know exactly what our plan of attack is in order to achieve your specific wellness goal, be that fitness or weight loss. And I say those two are different because people can have a fitness goal. For example, I had a fitness goal to be able to run a half marathon. Yes, that was directly correlated with my wellness goal, but ultimately I wasn't focused on trying to lose weight. I was focused on trying to run the half marathon and not pass out. So it's really important for you to identify what that wellness goal is. Is it fitness or is it weight loss? So the first step to identifying your goal or being successful in achieving your goal is to be extremely specific with that goal. So we're going to use weight loss for this particular example. So if you have a weight loss goal, you need to be specific and put either a number on it or a size or something that you can use to know where it is you're going. So for example, I had a weight loss goal to lose 100 pounds. That was my weight loss goal. That was a huge goal. And initially when I started, I felt so kind of consumed with that number. Like I had to lose 100 pounds. It was really difficult for me to achieve that goal because I was so focused on such a large number. So one of my suggestions would be to break it up into smaller increments. So most physicians suggest that you can lose between half of a pound to a pound per week. That's what most physicians suggest. However, all body types are different. So you could exceed that amount, or maybe it's more difficult for you to lose weight because of a pre-existing health condition or whatever the case may be. But I will always say, challenge yourself to put some type of number on it and be specific as possible. And I always tell my clients, it doesn't have to mean a pound. It could be a shirt size. It could be a pant size or something like that. It could be inches. So I want to lose 3 inches off my waist or whatever the case is. But you have to be specific. That's the first step. The next step in order to be successful in achieving your goal, and remember, we're using weight loss, for example, is to ensure that it is measurable. That's why it's important to put a number on it. So if we're using weight loss, for example, you want to make sure that if it's pounds, that you have a way of measuring that. You're going to get on the scale weekly. Maybe you're going to get on the scale every 2 weeks. If it's inches, you have a measuring tape so you know actively how many inches that you're losing. If it's a pants or a shirt size, which this is my favorite way to measure, get the size that you want to be in and take pictures of yourself as you slowly start to get into those pair of pants that you haven't been able to get into in a lot of years. So make sure that it is also measurable. So far we have specific and measurable. The next one, I feel like this is so imperative, and this is the one thing that most people tend to forget, is making sure your goal is attainable, okay? So it's something that you can actually physically attain. And I used to have this teacher back in middle school, it's a sidebar, used to say that anything is possible. It may not be probable, but it's possible. So you want to make sure that as you're trying to achieve this goal and you're setting your goals in place, that this is something that you truly can attain. The next one, y'all, this is the one that gets people in the most trouble. And I also feel like this is the one where if you're a trainer, you chuckle a little bit every time you hear someone say an unrealistic weight loss goal. And it's really not funny, but it is kind of funny because I will have people to reach out to me in the beginning of the month and they'll say like, hey, Coach Ann, I want to lose 50 pounds this month. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, what? So you want to lose 50 pounds in 1 month and it took you however long to get that weight on. First of all, that's not fair to your coach. That's not fair to your body. That's not fair to your goals. So you want to make sure that your goal is realistic. So in the example of weight loss, like I said, most physicians, as a fitness professional, the suggestion is for you to lose between half of a pound to 1 pound per week. That is the suggestion. Remember, all body types are not created equal. So with that being said, use that as kind of a basis as to how you want to achieve your fitness goals and your wellness goals. Again, that's not to shoot down whatever your goals are, but that's to say that you want to be realistic. Next one is one that people forget all the time. And this is the reason why people will be trying to lose the same 30 pounds for like 10 years. So putting a time constraint on your goal ensures that you have a hard deadline, a promise that you've made to yourself in order to achieve that goal by said date. So if your goal is to lose 50 pounds, then you know that, okay, maybe I want to lose 50 pounds by the end of the year. Okay, what does that look like? Be specific. I want to lose 50 pounds by December 31st. Okay. A part of that is really going to ensure that you are really pushing yourself to that goal because you have made a promise to yourself to show up and make sure that you lose that weight by the end of the year. All right. So you've established your SMART goals. Fantastic. We're already on the right path. You are well on your way to achieving your goals. So I'm going to give you 3 tips to add on to those SMART goals to make it easier for you to stick to them and be consistent. Tip number 1, follow your nutrition plan, okay? Follow your nutrition plan, whatever that looks like. If you do shakes, if you are doing the keto diet, if you are doing vegetarian, pescatarian, whatever your nutrition plan is, and I'm using the word plan loosely, but whatever it is nutritionally that you follow, that you found that is helpful for your specific body type, stick to that. Find something and stick to it because it's going to be really helpful as you're trying to achieve your goals because you know exactly what you're going to eat, you know exactly what foods you're going to buy, and that's what you need in order to achieve that goal. Tip number 2 is to have a fitness plan. What is your plan for fitness? So for me, as I was achieving my weight loss goals, I started to have a true love for running. And so I would run a couple of times out of the week, but I needed something that was consistent enough that I could follow, like a plan that I can follow. So like a crazy person, I made the goal to run a half marathon. I love running, but training for that half marathon was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life outside of childbirth. And so with that being said, it was difficult, but it gave me a plan to follow because I knew that in trying to run this half marathon that I needed to run at least, X amount of miles per week. I needed to have a certain time that I wanted to hit. Like my fitness plan was very, very, very specific. A lot of people say like, okay, I want to tone, I want to get abs, I want to lose the fat up under my arms or whatever the case is. Okay, what does that look like? Your muscle training, your strength training, at least 3 to 4 times out of the week. You're alternating muscle groups. You have a specific plan that you are following in order to achieve whatever that fitness goal is. So you have your nutrition plan and you have your fitness plan. All right, the third and final tip, y'all, is having an accountability partner. It could be one person, it could be a group of people, but make it small and intimate enough that you are able to also hold that person accountable as well within their goals. This person doesn't need to be somebody who's afraid to tell you the truth. This needs to be somebody who is willing and ready to give you that kick in the butt that you need when you need it. And it also needs to be someone that you can also hold accountable. So for me, when I was training for the half marathon, that was also a time in my life where I did want to reach a weight loss goal, but I didn't want to be so caught up with the numbers. So I decided to train for the half marathon. So What I did was I asked around to my friends at the time if they wanted to train for the half marathon with me, and everybody said no. I was rejected. I think even my husband might have said no. He eventually did it too, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, so I ended up asking a friend that I had met at the time, would she want to train for this half marathon with me? She was already a runner, and she said yes. And I, to my surprise, we trained together, and it made us so closer. She's one of my best friends now. Hey, Shonda. But we trained together for that half marathon, and she held me accountable. It was like Saturday mornings. We running today? Did you run today? How many miles did you get in this week? Like, that's the type of accountability that you need. And we were equally accountable to each other, and we were able to achieve the goal of running and completing that half marathon. And so it's important for you to find someone that will hold you accountable and give you the truth, because this journey is not going to be an easy one. All right, champions. So those are all the ways that you will definitely achieve your wellness goals. Now, you have to put in the work. You have the blueprint, but you still have to show up. So as long as you show up, you're going to achieve your goals. And I want to see those result pictures, okay? If you have any questions about anything that I've talked about today, or you need a little bit more help trying to achieve the goals, feel free to comment down below and let me know exactly what your goal is and what you're trying to achieve. That's the first step. And then we can go from there. So I hope y'all are having a fantastic week. I hope you're well on your way to success, and I hope this video was helpful. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.